What's your favourite Star Wars movie? Is it the first one? Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? Maybe the second one? Or the third one? Or was it one of those less well-received ones that came later? Like Episode 4, The New Hope, and so on. Maybe Episode 8, The Last Jedi? One of those. What's your favourite one? Well, that's great. As for me, I don't have a favourite. I've never seen any of the Star Wars films. The most I've ever seen out of the Star Wars series was about 5 minutes of the Episode 1, so the first one, Phantom Menace. I saw 5 minutes of that in the backstage room of a talent contest when I was a child, and I was singing Elvis. The Hound Dog. You ain't the murder hound dog! I was backstage for that, and I won that contest, by the way. That was nice. But Star Wars was on, and it was the little boy, whatever he is, blowing up spaceships, and Jar Jar Binks was throwing a ball into a tank, and then a big fat lizard alien held up a ball and shouted, "Peace!" and it just suddenly ended. So I saw more of Jar Jar than I saw of anything else. And I understand he's the fan favourite character of the series, so it's nice that I got to see him, but I've never really seen a Star Wars film. And that's been a mark of pride of me, being the contrarian Berk that I am. I've always been quite proud to have never seen those famous films that everyone's seen. I've continued that tradition to this very day. However, I'm about to break that tradition, in a sense, because today is Christmas Day today, and I think I'm in the festive mood. I'm in for some festive cheer, and I think that there's really no better way this year to do that than to haul up the much beloved Star Wars Holiday Special. It's a really joyous gift to the world. It's such a good film, a great classic from the old days, the 70s, I think. So highly regarded that George Lucas himself, the creator of this series, has personally vowed to track down every last copy of this film in existence, which is just touching, really, that he loves it so much. I think he said something about smashing them with a hammer as well, but I don't think he meant that bit. I think that was a joke. He's got a wacky sense of humour, that George Lucas. That's why he brought us Jar Jar Binks, the world's favourite alien. Let's not waste any more time. Let me see here, the very first time in my life, a complete Star Wars production. The Star Wars Holiday Special. So there is a thing, and I think that was Chewbacca on the left. I recognise him. Yeah, that is. He goes, like David McDavidson. He's like a sci-fi David McDavidson. Oh no, it looks like he's been I don't know who that is, I'll be honest. Is that one of the main characters? I honestly don't know. Is that Luke Skywalker?
I know it's an important day.
Today is a very special day, Chewbacca. Today is Christmas Day. I doubt they have Christmas in Star Wars land. He's okay. Luke Skywalker has got to take Chewbacca back to his home for Christmas, but the evil Empire, just like the kid that doesn't believe in Santa Claus and the other specials, Life Day, the evil Empire is trying to stop them getting back home to celebrate Life Day, which is apparently Star Wars Christmas. Oh, they're going into Plaid. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. There, it's Star Wars. I've heard of that. I've also heard of,
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yes. Look at that font for Star Wars. It's so ugly.
Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker.
Wait, that's Luke Skywalker? That is Luke Skywalker?
Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
Oh, that was Han Solo we just saw there. Luke Skywalker looks like a blooming Boy Scout.
Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
There's Princess Leia. Crumbs, her hair looks stupid.
The princess!
With Anthony Daniels as C-3PO.
C-3PO, clearly just a man in a suit.
Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca.
Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca, yeah. Chewbacca. It's like he's chewing tobacco. That's what it made me think of.
R2-D2.
Did he just say R2-D2 as R2-D2?
James Earl Jones as the voice of Darth
I thought he was dead. What on earth? When's this special happen? When's it take place? Spoilers, kids, but Darth Vader dies.
family.
I know that's a shocking plot twist.
His wife Mala.
There's another plot twist that's not so well known about Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, but I'm not going to spoil that one, just in case you didn't know that. I'll save that one.
His son Lumpy.
But it really says a lot about Lumpy. It really says a lot about how famous Star Wars is. That even someone like me that's never seen these movies, even I know the plot twists and stuff in these films. Art Carney. As nobody, apparently. He just exists. Diane Carroll. Look, these must be the 70s celebrities. Diane Carroll. Yeah, it's a holiday movie. This wasn't put in theatres or anything. This wasn't in the cinemas. This special... What on earth is that? What was... A cartoon. This was a TV special broadcast that was broadcast once. And only once. It's practically a miracle that it survived. It really is, because they showed it once on TV and then George Lucas thought it was just too good to ever be allowed to broadcast again. So that's why he demanded it was taken off the air, and he also demanded to be given all the copies of it so that he could not destroy them with his sledgehammer, because he definitely didn't mean that when he said that. Somehow, though, the fans managed to keep... The fans of Star Wars, being the nerds they are, they had their ways of getting this thing, so that to this very day it's up on YouTube, and George Lucas can take all the digital sledgehammers to it that he wants. He's never going to be able to destroy it now. The Star Wars Holiday Special is not going to die. How appropriate. It is celebrating Life Day, after all. And now the special truly begins. I'm finally going to get to see what this wonderful series is capable of. I've got high hopes for this. I'm going to base my entire impression of the Star Wars series on this special. But I'm sure I'm in safe hands, because this is such a well-beloved series. They couldn't possibly bring out anything less than excellent quality. There's Lumpy, Chewbacca's son, I guess, playing with a toy, one of the very many different types of fighter spaceships in this series. Oh, he's having fun, jumping down the stairs. Oh. Yeah, playing with his... Wait a minute, is that an aeroplane? What is that thing? It's like a rocket, I think. The one sitting down's playing with one of those stupid shaped things. Why would it even need wings in space? Look at it. There's no air in space. Oh, Mum Backer is gonna... telling them to do something. It would kind of help my understanding of what's going on here if these people would actually speak English. Instead of just make David McDavidson sounds. The price is right! That's the stuff, alright. Well, I think that Mama McDavidson... I think Mama McDavidson just told the baby McDavidsons to stop playing with the Star Wars flying machines. She doesn't want any of their nonsense. Not on Life Day. Oh wait, that wasn't Mama McDavidson? Who on earth is that then? Mama McDavidson is a 1950s Leave It to Beaver housewife, it looks like. Got her apron on, she's smashing a ladle into the sink, as you do. Oh, what's this? Baby McDavidson, Buffy, or whatever his name was. Laby, I can't remember. He's grabbing one of the cookies. Hey, you! No! Well, it's clear what she's trying to say here. She's telling him to put that cookie down! No! Put that cookie down! Crystal clear. Wait, what's this? Go play with the bucket now, baby McDavidson. The bucket of stuff. The bucket. Oh, that boy. Right, now back to my cabbage slicing and so on. That means Chewbacca is the guy, the father in Leave It to Beaver then. He's the dependable husband who's trying to get back to his respectable McDavidson family on Life Day. Baby McDavidson put down the bucket. Now he's looking down he's in a treetop land. He's at the top of some trees inside a house on a treetop. Isn't that where the Ewoks live? I know that. The Ewoks, which are little things that look like Gizmo from the Gremlins. Oh, he's playing on the wooden stream thing. That's not very good. Life Day? You're trying to make this into Death Day, baby McDavidson? One false move, and you're as good as a person that's just fallen 10,000 feet to their deaths. That's what you're as good as if that happens. Oh, boy. That was acrobatic grace he employed to... Did you see that? Swing around that post. Meanwhile, back inside, Mama McDavidson is... Oh, that must be Daddy McDavidson. Yeah, it's okay, dear. Now go back and make sandwiches for me in the kitchen. while I read the newspaper, which doesn't exist. He's just, I don't even know what he's doing, actually. What was he doing? I think he confiscated that baby McDavidson's airplane, and now he's playing with himself. And not anymore. Oh, is he Grandpa McDavidson? He's got a cane. Oh, of course, Chewbacca is the father. Chewbacca's Leave It to Beaver father. That woman is Mrs. McDavidson, and then that must be the grandfather? I don't really know. Yeah, you're Miss McChewbacca. Yeah, Chewbacca has been attacked by Imperial squadrons who don't want him to celebrate Life Day. Yes, yes. I don't know what I'm saying yes to, but yes. How sad. So Chewbacca's life is in the hands of Han Solo. He's in the Han Solo of Han Solo. What kind of name is Han Solo anyway? I mean, Han isn't so weird. Solo. Luke Skywalker's a pretty corny name though. Skywalker, really? What is going on? Can't tell what's happening. What are they trying to say to each other? It would be fine if they were making... It would be fine if it was all like that cookie jar scene where they're making it clear with their hand gestures and stuff what they're trying to say, but a lot of the time they're just making noises and looking at each other and I can't tell what they mean. What is he upset about? What is happening? What are they talking about? What? I see she's holding a really tiny little picture thing that I can't even tell what's on it. Who wrote this? Oh wait, is that a computer thing? Alright, he inserted it into that machine. In a really not easily noticed way. This special was only shown once. Could have easily not seen that. That very important plot point. He inserted that chip into this thing. And now we're getting a little green man with a bunch of marijuana blades sticking out of his back. And his dancing troupe of similarly costumed green luchadors. Well, there's a... whatever. Multicoloured vitamin supplement men and women are doing a nice dance, and he's fed up of it. No, he's not fed up of it. Oh, he is fed up of it. Good. Yeah, thanks for that. Oh, for crying out loud, I thought that was the end of it. Now he's just turned them into a holographic projection trumpet. The sounds sounded nothing like a trumpet. What do they sound like? They sound like 1970s bad synthesizer music. Yeah, very nice. You can flex the size of your body in ways so that baby Chewbacca's enjoying it. Yeah, she's doing stock balance beam movements. Yes, yes, very nice. Your body can move around the physical universe. It's very good. Yeah, it would have been useful if we had to go about and kill tigers and things with our bare hands. We don't have to do that. We've just got to do the dishes now. It doesn't really matter. Vitamin supplement men. Yes, they're making a house of cards of themselves. I think. A house of some things of themselves. Yeah, congratulations. What's that one on the right-hand side doing? They don't really have any reason to be there. That one standing on their head. What did they contribute to that display, really? It's like having a deck of cards, and then in the right-hand side of it, there's just a giant DVD of the first Pokemon movie, just standing there for no reason. What are they doing? They're balancing Skittles on their heads. And they're juggling them. Yeah, juggle! Yeah, congratulations. Well, you know what, at least maybe Chewbacca's enjoying it. That's really all that matters. Actually, what matters a bit more than that is whether the audience is enjoying it, and as the audience, I'm not really enjoying this, honestly. Yeah, they're taking one step forward and one step back again, yes. Is that the end yet? No, it's not. Ta-da! Congratulations, you win. Fantastic. This is where the neighbours start banging on the floor below them, telling them to turn that racket down, because that was pretty loud. What? Oh, now she complains. She wants him to do the dishes, I think. The Chewbacca dishes. What species is Chewbacca? Are they Ewoks? I think Ewoks look more like like I said, I think Ewoks look more like Gizmo than them. They look more like the Yeti. They're the abominable Sasquatch man. Yourself. Oh, that was a real waste of time, honestly. I hope that this special isn't nothing but little stupid musical numbers like that. Oh, what's this? You have reached traffic control. Oh, okay, the first text we've seen in the first English we've seen for about 10 minutes at this point. The first comprehensible statement anyone's ever made, and it wasn't even spoken. XOXO, so sort of blah 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 blah. Yeah, the psychedelic made it to plaid background. No starships in area. That's good. Oh wait, that's bad. That's bad. They were hoping that Chewbacca was coming on his starship, but there's none. There's none in the area, whatever the area even is. The space is pretty big. That's a big area, but well, they're not there. Well, what now? Are they going to watch something else? We're going to get another song and dance routine. What now? What is this? Who's that? Who?
It's Chewbacca's family.
That's R2-D2. Now that's Luke Skywalker, isn't it? I recognise him from the face earlier. Yeah, he looks like a complete idiot.
Whoa, wait a minute, one at a time.
How can he understand them? Come on, Luke. No, the adults take priority, and this is a serious grown-ups conversation. Clearly.
Not now, R2. Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to
R2 seems to have blown a fuse. Well, you know what they say. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Plenty of fire here. I feel inclined to set this entire special on fire right now, personally. Look how smoking, for crying out loud, look, I've told you a million times not to use R2 as a toaster. He just doesn't listen. Don't stick a fork in a toaster. Toasters are supposed to toast, not forks. Whatever that science fiction device was.
Yeah, we'll bring him to the screen. I want to say hello to him.
Oh dear. Sorry, Luke, but no can do, he's not here.
You don't know where he is?
Nope, they don't know where he is. What does he look like? What does Luke look like? What does Luke Skywalker look like? What do you look like, Luke? Who does he remind me of?
All I can tell you
His
is
blank stare.
Han left here on schedule. If he's not
He just looks like he looks like a 1950s Leave It to Beaver. Golly gosh, Mr. Parsons, I kicked my ball over your fence.
R2, please, this is important. Now listen, calm down. I mean, you know how Han and Chewbacca are. Anything could have happened. They could have stopped off somewhere or been held up by an asteroid storm.
Could have stopped off at the local
I wouldn't worry about
cafe in space.
He hasn't missed a life day yet, right?
Yeah, life day.
He's not gonna miss this one either.
Life day. What is the... You know, I was thinking about this a while ago. It doesn't really make much sense to talk about days in space. Because, I mean, a day is how long it takes for the Earth to go around the sun. But, I mean, in space, there's a lot of planets and suns. You know, what does it mean for life day to be a day? What planet is it a day for? I mean, some planets take a lot longer to revolve around the sun than other ones. Oh dear. What is he doing? What on earth is he doing? Ho 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 ho, you wacky little robot, you. You're suffocating Luke Skywalker to death. You... Oh no, he's okay. Nobody's hurt, yeah. Really funny. That was the comic relief, I guess. That was what Jar Jar Binks should have been doing in the original movie that came out before this. Now, they're using that computer for another purpose. Bug terminal? Bub terminal? Stand by. Stand by for bub terminal. Connect, yes. I've got to say, this is a really old-fashioned looking computer for the science fiction. Although Star Wars does take place at long ago, which is really weird. A really weird thing for a science fiction series, but that's what it is. This happened in the past. Oh, it's the Empire man.
No, I'm off duty. I've come to look around your shop.
Okay, he's a shopkeeper. somewhere. Is he a character in the series? I've never seen him, never heard of him. This series is so oversaturated in popular culture. I would have thought that I would know what type of toothpaste Luke Skywalker used in some scene where he brushed his teeth for half a second in the first movie. I'm pretty sure I would have known who this guy was as well, if he was a character. Or whatever, the evil Empire man has come to visit this innocent shopkeeper, although he is off-duty. What's going on? What are they doing? He wants to buy some sea monkeys? A pocket-sized aquarium. Yeah, it's beautiful. It really looks nice.
I hate fish.
It's so blunt. I hate fish. I'm evil. Oh no.
Good to see you again. Don't say a word, madam. I know just why you're calling. You're wondering when that shaggy carpet you ordered will arrive at your home. I assure you, madam, it's on its way.
What?
You know, it was made especially for you by a little old woman 4 planets away.
What?
She did it all by herself. In fact, you might say she did it by hand. Solo.
Yeah, really clever. I get it. He's trying to relay a secret message that Chewbacca's heading her way. He's heading by hand, solo. Yeah, that evil Mr. Evil would never have got that clever hint there. No way he picked up on that.
What's the matter? Would you like this?
Just a groomer.
What?
Just a groomer.
A groomer.
Just
What?
a groomer, you say?
What? Excuse me? Just a groomer?
Evidently you
You should have checked out the enclosed instruction book.
Besides shaving and hair trimming, it's guaranteed to lift stains off clothing, faces, and hands. Cleans teeth, fingers, and toenails, washes eyes, pierces ears, calculates, modulates, and syncopates life rhythms, and can repeat the entire Imperial
What
Penal
is
Code,
this?
all 17 volumes,
What on earth is he
in
on
half
about?
the time of the old XP21.
A back scrubber?
Just the thing to keep you squeaky clean.
Does all that stuff?
I use one of these all the time.
Really?
Well, not all the time, but
What did he just look down at there?
all the time. Oh, another
I
outstanding
won't ask.
feature of this little
I
model.
don't want to know.
You can recharge it by simply plugging it into any ordinary
Maybe
laser outlet.
plugging it into a laser outlet.
Good, I thought you would.
Laser Wi-Fi does not exist.
Pay me something for it, or give me something in trade.
I said I'll take it.
You're going to take it without paying?
I thought I might embarrass you when I told you.
First he hates fish. Now he's not going to pay for a back scratcher. This special's doing an excellent job of portraying the sheer evil of the Empire.
Take it with you.
If you were in any doubt after the fish line that he was a complete monster.
Fish.
Is that how they introduced Darth Vader in the first Star Wars film?
Give me something in trade.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? Did Darth burst into the throne room or wherever on earth he is and say, I don't like cats? I'd have to guess so. I mean, but I'm more surprised he didn't get that painfully obvious hint about the Han Solo thing.
In fact, you might say she did it by hand. Solo. Just a groomer.
There, speaking of the devil, here he is. There's the man himself.
A search operation. It's just a matter of time before we find the rebels.
I want the rebels located and identified, if it means searching every household in the system.
Searching every single house in the entire solar system, he means? That's going to take some time, guys, but,
I hate fish.
well, they are the Empire. I guess, I mean, it's science fiction. They can do whatever they want. They can probably just teleport into any place they want to
Started a search operation.
to find
Just a
him.
matter of time before we find
Okay, so Darth Vader personally wants Chewbacca caught. Or is it Han Solo? Oh, I don't know who they are. I don't know what the plot is. What do they care? Who is Chewbacca? What's his connection to anything? I don't know. I don't know what Han Solo has to do with anything either. I don't even know what Luke Skywalker has to do with anything.
fish. I hate fish.
Or Princess Leia. I don't know what any of them have to do with a single thing. But I'm still watching this anyway. Okay, back at the McDavidson residence. Nice hut you got. Nice, I don't know, hut structure thing in the tree. I don't have much to say about that. Okay, what's happening now? Mrs. Beaver is dishes, and little Benjamin's is curling up a cloth. What is it? Where are you going? She doesn't know either. Oh, that boy. Whatever trouble will he get into next? What happened to that one that was dangling at the edge of the house? What happened to him? He just came back in. Oh wait, they're watching the TV. Is that a flat screen TV? I think it is. That's a flat screen television. That was all futuristic. And yeah, look at that. It is. It's a flat screen. That would have looked incredibly. That was meant to be really futuristic and amazing back then, and now it's just a completely normal thing. One of the rare times where one of these ancient sci-fi things, one of these old sci-fi programs, tried to predict something really futuristic, and they were actually right. They're right. That is the future right there. That's worth $1 million Jetsons. Hello, Mrs. Something. What earth is she? That's not even a woman, is it? That's a man. That is a man.
We just slice into bite-sized morsels.
Okay, they're gonna show how to cook. Yeah, look at that. That's the worst wig I've ever seen in my life. That is the single worst wig I've ever seen. I'd give Terry Wogan's entire wig closet a run for its money. Is she gonna just teach us how to cook alien food? I just realised something. Star Wars takes... Whoa, is that a meat cleaver? Okay, she's gonna... Yes, the show is just gonna... It's actually gonna show us this entire... Yeah, really funny. This is actually gonna just show this whole cooking recipe for a fictional food item. And she's going to prepare this fictional food item, and we're gonna see every last detail. Really? Well, I was just thinking there. Star Wars takes place a long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away, right? Long, long ago, in the ancient past. So why is there humans? Like, she's a human, or he's a human, or whatever it is. It's a human. Chilto? Yeah, the joke is that this is all food that's alien. Humans exist, but they're not... It's long, long ago, so they haven't evolved on Earth yet. So the humans just sort of exist on another planet somewhere. What planet did they come from? What planet did the humans come from in this world? In this, like, Star Wars? I'm sure there probably is an answer. All the Star Wars nerds are probably screaming at me for that. But I don't know.
We stir the mixture.
Still going with this. Yeah, I understand. You don't have to keep saying the word stir.
Step 2, while we're stirring, we also whip. So it's stir, whip,
Oh,
stir, whip, 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 stir.
Stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir. What, you sped up there? Hey, that wasn't fair.
Because precision is very important in this
Oh,
recipe, and we do want to have
increased
a fine
tempo.
consistency. Don't
What
forget
is going on
stir,
here?
and on the
What am I
count of
watching?
one. Stir, whip, stir,
I can't believe this is even happening.
whip, stir, stir,
5 minutes of this so far.
whip,
Oh,
whip,
your
stir.
hair's
Come on, faster all together
coming
now.
loose.
Cooking can be fun. Stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir.
What on earth is this?
Stir, whip, 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 stir. Wow! Having fun, having fun. All right? Belongs to now. Step 3. Also have to beat.
Oh, she's got a third arm. I didn't notice that before.
Stir, whip, beat, beat, stir.
I mean, sorry.
Stir, whip, whip,
Let's just say they.
beat, stir, whip, stir,
They.
whip, whip, stir, beat. Da, 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 da.
Wait, but you've only got 2 arms, Mrs. Beaver.
Starting to have a fine aroma.
Have they got a 4th arm? Oh no, you're gonna sneeze! Ah, phew, thank goodness.
Got it just in time. Now at this time,
It's a 4-armed alien.
so we'll have a little taste and see how it's coming along. A little bit more so.
Whoa.
Oregano, little
She's drinking straight from the carton. Drinking straight from the
coming along.
the pot.
Very nice. Oh, wonderful. Coming along nicely.
I was just sick of it. Yeah, good riddance to that. She just got fed up. Alright, well, that was pretty weird. That was weird. But it's over now. That was really entirely pointless. But we got to laugh at the 2 extra arms that Cook had, and that was really the only thing worth mentioning about that entire sequence. Meanwhile, Han Solo and Chewbacca are having some stock footage battles with some evil Empire. I'll bet that film that is taken straight out of the movies, out of Episode 1. And Jar Jar Binks will probably be showing up in a second as well.
Out of the frying pan into the fire, huh, pal?
Get the hint.
I know we'd come out of hyperspace in the middle
The frying pan.
of an Imperial convoy. At least against these fighters, we got more of a chance.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Say that again.
Yeah.
This is one life they won't soon forget.
This is one life they won't soon forget. I don't know what you meant.
I'm gonna have to run back and operate the Afghan manually. Stay on things here.
Why do I always think that taking you home for Life Day is gonna be easy?
Okay. Just letting us know that Han Solo and Chewbacca are heading on their way home for Life Day. What on earth is that? What? Oh, it's Snake! Oh, they even had Snake in this thing. They really are ahead of their time. Uh-oh. It's... what is it?
Due to suspected rebel activity on the Kazook planet, the Empire has declared martial law.
Oh no!
A blockade has been set up around the planet. No
Which planet
ships
is
will
this,
be
though?
permitted to land or
Kazook, is that
take
this
off
planet?
until further notice.
It must be, oh, that's... the evil Empire has issued an evil law. Evil proclamation. That does it then. There's no way that Chewbacca's getting home for Life Day today. Even if he survives that intense stock footage gun battle, he's never going to get to land. They'll never be able to have a stock landing sequence. What is this now? What are those things? Wait, oh, the door, yeah.
It's me, Sondheim.
Who? I don't know. I'll bet it's the evil Empire secretly all along. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, no, it's...
Gigi, I brought you that proton pack.
Is that the shopkeeper guy from earlier?
Whatchamacallit, the thingamabob. The mind evaporator, that's it, the mind evaporator.
Oh, yeah, he just brought the mind evaporator. That pleasant, safe-sounding household utility.
Why all the long hairy faces? I made it through the Imperial Patrol, didn't I?
Yeah, he certainly did. How did he get to this house?
Chewie and Hanwell.
The house is way up at the top of a giant tree. I didn't see any landing gear. I didn't see any place for a spaceship to land. Maybe there's a giant ladder at the bottom of the tree. Here you go, kid. Have the mind evaporator. Happy Life Day. Yeah, you go play with your mind evaporator. Merry Life Day, kid. Sounds like a present Twinkleberry would give someone.
Lovely lady of the house.
Like the Twinkleberry Death Construction Kit. Doesn't sound too far off.
What does an old friend get? Well,
What? Huh? Oh, he just did a sooty and sweet moment there. That's not what sooty sounds like. No, wait, it's Sweep that makes this stupid noise, isn't it? Sweep. Okay, it's enough. Off you go, you little scamp, with your mind evaporator. Oh, the mind evaporator was something else. But it's still a really messed up thing for him to have brought. Oh, what's inside the present? What's inside the Life Day gift? Oh, is it going to be another 5 minutes of pointless sideshow? Like the cook woman and the dancing gingerbread men or whatever they were? Oh, it's a toy. It's like a Lego, alien Lego. Well, it came full circle because we got Lego Star Wars now. Took Lego a long time to start to make these celebrity versions of Lego, basically. Lego Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Batman and all them. They only started doing this about 15 years ago. 2003 or so. It's only then did they suddenly realise that they could cash in tons by selling out to big, successful franchises and making Lego versions of them. I don't know why it took them so long. Anyway, now what? That looks like a toaster.
I'll insert this proton pack.
A proton pack? Hey, I thought Ghostbusters invented those.
I thought you might like this. One of those, oh, it's a real...
This came out before Ghostbusters. Just after episode 1 came out.
You know what I mean?
Okay, he's put them in a virtual reality machine, which it's what the thing it's going to show him is really wow, is what he said.
I do mean happy life day.
Yeah, I know you meant it. So Grandpa's going to look at the VR machine. What is this? Oh no! What's this? The Virtual Boy! Ah! No, it's not the Virtual Boy. You can tell because it's black instead of red. It's a bunch of spinning, trippy lights. Well, that looks like a worm that's been split in half at the bottom. That in the middle looks like 4 meat cleavers surrounding a crystal jewel thing. And sparkling around a load of fireflies. And the occasional sandcastle as well, that a child put a jellyfish on top of. Oh wait, speaking of jellyfish, yeah, there's some jellyfish swimming down at the bottom of the screen. Oh, they're back. They're swimming. And they're swimming. And yep, there they are. Look at them with the... Look at them flailing their Morris dancer handkerchiefs around. Yep. That was something to see. Spinning. The music reminds me of Equinox, the Super Nintendo. The composer for that liked that sort of sound.
My voice is for
Huh? Who?
I am found in your eyes.
Who are you? Oh, but what's... Oh, it's coalescing something. Oh, she is.
Oh, yes.
What?
I can feel my creation.
Excuse me?
I'm getting your message.
She's wearing a mop for her hair.
Oh, we are
What?
excited, aren't
Stop. Excuse...
we? Just relax.
Wait.
Just relax.
Excuse me, woman. Where are your clothes? I guess the mop must extend down to her body. This is creepy. This is really... No, this is unquestionably... This is the sort of thing that starts off... Okay, this is the sort of thing...
I'll tell you a secret.
He rewound it to see that part. Okay, this is something that seemed like it was unintentionally creepy at first, but within seconds it's become obvious that it was meant to be creepy, and it is exactly meant to be exactly what it seemed like it was meant to be.
I don't need to
And that is really, 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 really weird for a small children's family-friendly Christmas TV show based on a...
so experience.
And plus he's a human. Well, a human with a mop for hair.
I am your pleasure. This is enjoy me together.
I don't believe this. I don't believe the words I'm hearing. Oh well. Yeah, that's nice. Hang on, she didn't have that a second ago. Did she? Wait, hang on, she didn't have that thing wrapped around her shoulder in the previous shot, did she? Oh, she did. I thought that was just part of her mop. I thought she was naked. I thought that was the point. But no. No, she's not. Is that the end of that? It's not the end of that, is it? By the way, I'm imagining there's been a lot of celebrity guests so far. That's something these kinds of shows are fond of. I'm assuming she's a celebrity too. That shopkeeper guy is probably a celebrity. The cook was probably a celebrity. Oh, brother. No!
Live my whole life right now.
Well, while she's singing her haunting song with her mop on her head, I might as well talk about the Flintstones. Fred Flintstone is the inspiration for Homer Simpson, if you didn't know that. The Flintstones has a lot in common with The Simpsons. You see, the Flintstones was originally created to be a prime-time family cartoon sitcom that the parents and children could both watch. The adults... It wasn't really made for children originally, it was meant for just... I guess... It wasn't made specifically for children. That's why the whole premise of the show is it's about a family, and the main characters are the adults, rather than the kids, which is a surefire sign it's an adult show. programs for adults tend to star adults, and programs for children tend to star children, especially these days. Once upon a time, TV shows for children would star adults instead. Like, let's see. A lot of those 80s cartoons did that, like G.I. Joe. The main characters are largely adults. Doesn't happen anymore, does it? They just stopped doing that at some point for some reason. But the opposite never happened. The adults never want to see little children as the main characters. Oh, no, I'm wrong. South Park. South Park disproves that. Anyway, the Flintstones, the Flintstones had a lot in common with the Simpsons, especially early Simpsons. The early seasons of the Simpsons, who were before Homer Simpson became a drooling idiot, Homer had a lot in common with Fred. They were both bumbling family men with bad jobs. And what? Yeah, there's similarities, alright? There are. I'm not making this up. The Simpsons was conceived as the 90s Flintstones. What else? The Teletubbies, there's an old favourite. Tinky Winky was gay, according to British parents of the 90s. But he probably wasn't. They didn't seem to have any genitals that I could make out. No apparent sexual reproduction mechanism, so there wouldn't be any such thing as sexual orientation of the Teletubbies. But even if there had been, I don't think it would have... I don't think the children would have cared. You know, the 4-year-olds probably weren't very interested in the sexual orientation of the Teletubbies. Maybe they do have sexual intercourse though, because in the modern Teletubbies series, they've now got even smaller versions of the Teletubbies called the Tiddly-Tubbies. There's baby Teletubbies. As if the Teletubbies weren't babyish enough already, there's even smaller ones. Even more baby. So maybe the Teletubbies did reproduce sexually. Maybe they did. There's quite a lot of the Teletubbies too. There's like 10 Tiddly-Tubbies, but there's only 4 Teletubbies. And there's no sign of any other adult Teletubbies. I can't believe in calling them adults, but... Well, those Tiddly-Tubbies came from somewhere, that's all I'm saying. So maybe they can reproduce gaily. Maybe Tinky Winky can have sexual intercourse with Dipsy. Maybe that can happen, and they can have a Tiddly-Tubby. I don't know what the mechanics are of the Teletubbies' life form, but whatever, that's over. That stupid song ended. Oh, and it's the robot R2, C3PO. That's it. That's what that is. They didn't say a word though. Maybe they didn't pay the actor enough. That's Princess Leia in the background.
Ah, I have made the connection. You may speak now if you wish.
Mala, it's so good to see you. Happy Life Day.
She says it may be a happy life day for you, but personally, she's
dear.
happier ones.
I don't want to tie up the channels.
She doesn't want
so could
to
you do
tie
me a
the
favor
channels?
And send either Chewbacca or Han Solo to the screen, please?
She's got some bad news for you.
You
bun woman.
Like
her ears...
but is quite unable to do
well,
so.
yeah, the sides of her head are swirly donut cream things.
No contact.
Swirly
I
buns.
understand her message.
That hair looks stupid.
That Imperial Patrol must be giving
I
them
can't
more
look at her
trouble
head
than
and not
bargained for.
without thinking how stupid her hair looks.
Mala, are you alone?
If you would permit
Yeah,
me.
go ahead.
No, she says she is not alone. She's with a friend.
Could he come to the screen, please?
Leia can't talk to these people, but that salesman guy can. Yeah, there he is.
Afternoon, ma'am. I'm Fondan, a local trader.
Fondan.
Friend of the rebellion and a member of the Alliance.
Good. Look, I know I can count on you to take care of my friends until their leader returns. You'll do that for me, won't you?
Yes, indeed, ma'am. That's what I'm here for.
She's expressing her warmth towards the trader.
Look, I can see you're in good hands, Mala. I'll contact you again soon.
There we go. That was the 2 minutes of footage they were able to get out of them.
What's that I smell?
I bet we're not going to see them again. I bet we're not going to see Luke Skywalker again either. Back to Han Solo, I imagine, yes. There he is.
We'd make it. Did I ever let you down?
Huh? They made it? I wouldn't have known that unless you'd said it. It was just space there. Off you go. Oh, that's it. That's the planet. I didn't see much of there either. It was just a ice cream sandwich with a bunch of arcade asteroid ships flying around the sides of it.
So it's a long walk. A little exercise never hurt anybody. Happy Life Day, pal.
Yeah, Happy Life Day. How many times have Life Day been mentioned so far? Just in case the kids forgot. What are you looking upwards for? Oh wait, there are the people inside the house, okay. I thought that was Chewbacca. Yeah, there he is. But they're not supposed to land their plane. The evil Empire people will be complaining about this. They'll be giving them an evil parking ticket for evilly parking that evil thing there. But oh no, shock, surprise! It's the evil double glazing salesman! Chewbacca's family does not want their windows double glazed, and they make that very clear. But unfortunately, it does not turn them. Oh, it's him! Wait, is that him? Was that not the I hate fish, man?
I hate fish.
And there's that guy on the television. They're the stormtroopers, aren't they? I'm aware of them. The white, the ones in the white suits. They can't shoot anything. That's their character. Well, let's see what the boss of the double glazing salesman is going to do. Seems they've exposed Chewbacca's family somehow. Somebody going to speak?
This unit is occupied by 4 Wookiees, 2 adult males, 1 adult female, and 1 male child.
This must make sense if you know about Star Wars, which I don't, as I've said before. This really is the first thing I've ever seen.
Where is the other Wookiee male?
Why are they here?
Officer, maybe I could be of some help there, sir.
Who are you? And what are you doing in this Wookiee house?
I'm the trader in this district. You see, the truth of the matter is she had a terrible fight with her husband. He just stormed right out.
Your identification?
I said...
Your identification?
Oh, identification, yes. It's a very important thing, identification. I never leave the shop without my identification. It's very important, just in times like this. I just found my identification. I think it's in my pocket there.
Search the dwelling.
Officer, you may notice that little leather case that I carry my identification card in.
Is he going to stop saying the word identification? Chewbacca must be a member of the whatever on earth the good guys are. The Resistance, the Rebellion, the Jedi. No, the Jedi is just some of them, I think. The Alliance, that's it. The Alliance are the good guys. And the Empire are the bad guys. So they've come here for Chewbacca, who's part of them. And this fish salesman has come along to help them. I don't know what he's so intimidated by that stormtrooper for, because he would miss if he tried to shoot him anyway. I don't know why he's so intimidated by that stormtrooper, because he would still miss him if he shot from that distance. From what I know about them. From what I know. I read on a website years ago that there's a scene in one of the Star Wars movies where there's a bunch of these stormtroopers running along, and one of them bangs their head on a pole or something and falls unconscious. That was the actual actor accidentally smacking into something. It was on, I remember now, it was a website called moviemistakes.com. Don't know if that still exists. And that was considered the #1 most big movie mistake in history. Some guy hitting something and falling unconscious in a giant crowd of guys. Looking at it now, from what I've learned about movies since then, that's not the #1 movie mistake in movie history. What about The Crow, where the main actor got killed, got shot with a gun and died? What about that? I'd say that is a bigger mistake than some person hitting a pole and falling to... I'd say that's a bigger mistake than some guy hitting a post and falling down. there's other movies where actors got killed as well. On the scale of mistakes, that's certainly a worse mistake. Anyway, oh look at that! That the bottom right looks suspiciously like a Christmas tree. That must be a Life Day tree. It just so happens it looks exactly the same as a Christmas tree. What is he looking for? Oh, what's this? What's hiding in there? Must be a single glazed window. No, it's just a bunch of antiques, it looks like. Drinks and stuff.
Oh, officer,
okay.
The picture you're looking at right now was taken quite a few years ago. That's one of me. I've gained quite a bit of weight since then.
Whoa. He broke down in tears without the guy even saying a word.
Where's your daddy?
If you'd not spoken, you wouldn't have given it away, mate. Why do you even have a fake ID if you're going to just collapse?
Maybe you know my brother's boy. He's a member of the Imperial
Although,
Militia. He must be 24 or 25 years old, but now he loves the service. Great little guy.
Your identification is in order. You can go now.
Thank you very much. I just have a little more work to finish up here. And oh, by the way, while I'm finishing up here, why don't you boys take it easy, relax?
Wait, if his ID was fine, why did he start crying?
What we're looking at right now was taken quite a few years ago. That's one of me. I've gained quite a bit of weight since then.
And why did the commanding double glazing salesman not think that was suspicious?
You don't mind, do you, Mala? Mala, you come in the kitchen to help me.
Not the toaster! It certainly is. Look at that thing. I mean, what, it looks like it's a couple. It looks like 3 cardboard boxes attached to each other.
Turn it on, don't I? Just sit down and enjoy it.
Is that the fish man? I don't actually know. He's wearing that stupid helmet. I thought they made up that helmet in Spaceballs, which I have seen. But no, it's in this. What on earth? Oh, don't tell me it's another musical number, is it? It's another bunch of dancing gingerbread men. And women. Oh, when I heard that twinkling music box in the background, I thought this thing was a music box. It was going to play a nice lullaby.
Will you get on with it? Okay.
What? What was that for? Why did they write that into the script? He swats a fly. What's this? This requires my full concentration. Is that a video game? I'm going to find out in a minute. What? Yeah, it's another musical number. And what we got here, we got some Z-list musicians, I'm guessing, that some people might have known at the time. Not many, I imagine. And even less people know him now. Oh, crumbs. This is kind of an awkward way to have a musical number, though. In the middle of an intense interrogation scene, the evil I Hate Fish man is going to watch this. He's getting shown this this song to entertain himself. Why is this even happening? What kind of scene is this? This should be like if the Nazis burst into some to Schindler's house in Schindler's List, and then while they're investigating his house, Schindler shows them a movie to watch and enjoy. Well, he seems to be enjoying it. He's tapping his finger to the music. This is weird. It really confuses the mood things, though, doesn't it? In musicals and stuff, when they're having songs and things like this, and dancing shows, it's usually a happy scene. It's usually fine, but no, this not like this. You don't have something like this in the middle of an intense interrogation scene like this. I mean, yeah, you get... The bad guys have songs sometimes and things, but they're villainous songs, aren't they? But this is just a normal pop song. Oh, whatever. I love the sparkles coming out of the guitars as well. They must have looked good back then. Look, the pink waves coming out of his keyboard. This, even the microphone's got a glow around it. This is terrible. This is awful. I don't have much taste in music, but even I know this is bad. I don't know why I'm not fast forwarding through these. What are you doing? You trying to eat the thing? Trying to eat his guitar, it looked like. Oh, there. I hope that the I Hate Fish man smashes this thing into the ground when it's over. It's just... what? I hope that when this ends, the guy just stands up, grabs the thing and just throws it and demolishes it onto the ground. And that would be... if that happens, then it'll be meant to show that he's an evil, diabolical, fish-hating monster. But I'd be rooting for him if that happens. He'd be the good guy as far as I'm concerned. It's still not over yet. I think the dancing gingerbread people was the best one of these so far. Out of all the acts we've had so far, we had the dancing gingerbread people. We had that woman. We had the pornography woman sang a song, and I was talking about the Teletubbies over that, so I don't really remember much about it. She had a mop for hair, and then we got this. So it's a variety show disguised as a Star Wars special. Because all that's really happened so far in the plot is Chewbacca's family have been doing and saying a bunch of incomprehensible things. Chewbacca himself is stuck in space with Han Solo trying to get back home for Life Day. The Empire's after them. Now the Empire's busted in... oh no, wait, before that, then there was an evil Empire double glazing mastermind. Was trying to buy fish from a shopmonger, but he hated fish, so he didn't buy the fish. And then the shopkeeper came to the Chewbacca's house and consoled the family. Then the Empire burst in and tried to offer them double glazing, but they were having none of it. And that's where we are now. We're halfway into the special and almost nothing of substance has happened at all. Oh yeah, Luke Skywalker appeared for 1 minute, trying to fix R2-D2. And that was all we've seen of him so far. Carrie Fisher... what's her name? Princess Leia as well. She appeared for a brief moment. I doubt we're going to see either of those two again. Right, that's the end of this. So barely anything meaningful's happened so far. I've not been impressed by any of the musical dances and things. I've not been impressed by any of the musical numbers. That mop hair woman left an impression on me, I suppose. There. There, now unplug the toaster.
I knew you'd like it.
Your work here is finished. May leave now.
Has he got a German accent?
Like goofing out.
He's even got a German accent,
I
hasn't
hope
he?
you guys find what you're looking for. Keep up the good work.
Was he in the movies? I don't even know. Was he in the movies, that guy?
See you soon.
Because he's a decent actor. He might well have been.
All right. Finish the search of the residence.
No, he's not German.
Oh, I almost forgot. I want to leave you my card in case you need any... okay, I'll leave it.
Investigate the upper area. Check for any rebel material. Anything to connect this household with the Alliance.
Rebel material.
Don't forget about these protective cases.
He's going to point his gun at you again.
That's it. I'm gone.
What did he expect to happen?
Finish the search of this house. We have other areas to cover today.
It feels like they just repeated the same part of the script twice just there.
Take the upper area.
Didn't he just tell them to check the upper area? Whatever. Why did they even suspect these people? They've not even said it.
That's not what we're here for.
The stormtroopers never speak, do they?
When men get angry, I can't always control them.
This guy, on the other hand, is a terrible
We are going
actor.
to continue our search. Now, keep him quiet. Don't forget this ever happened.
Ah, dear. Rebel materials they're looking for. What does that mean? The Rebel newsletter? The monthly Rebel magazine? Oh, not another one of these. Oh, he's going to play Simon, that's it. I liked that. I had one of those things, machines. People never talk about it, but those things did more than just play the Simon Says memory game. It had 4 different games in it, and I've forgotten what they were now, but it had 4 different... What on earth is this? What?
We're awaiting the return of Captain Han Solo in his first mate Chewbacca.
It's a cartoon now?
Overdue on a delicate mission to acquire the mystical talisman.
Very minimal colours.
By our forces and by the
I didn't expect this.
The talisman.
What does Luke Skywalker look like?
Which I think might be an improvement.
What do any of them look like?
Picked up something.
I did not see this coming.
It's the Millennium Falcon.
They're certainly surprising me, this thing, I'll say that for it. Didn't expect a cartoon. Is this... Wait, is this actually supposed to be happening?
I can't make radio contact.
Wait, what? Why is he hanging up? Who is that?
Princess, we're in mortal danger from our own forces.
I've never seen him before. Is that Jar Jar Binks? Because the art's so far off from... The art is so bad in this that... Might well be him. I'm surprised I've not seen Jar Jar so far. I know episode 1 is the... I know that the first episode was the only one that had come out so far. When this was made.
I'm going after them.
Luke, take R2 with you.
Yeah, he'll be a lot of use. Clearly.
What'd he say?
What did R2 even
If
do?
something has happened to Captain Solo and Chewbacca is alone, you will need me to interpret.
What on earth does he do? He just makes buzzy, squeaky noises.
So he's firing on us.
Certainly is.
I know, but I don't think he means to hit us.
No.
Chewie's a better shot than that.
Look, he's speeding up. We're losing him.
Wait, what?
Not for long. This is Y4 to base. He's heading straight for a moon in the Pana system.
Nice landing. So Chewbacca's ship is heading there.
What about me? I'm going to shake a
And it's shooting at them for some reason. I guess this is meant to be really happening.
We're following Han and Chewie.
Yeah, it's just a really sudden random transition to a cartoon. Why did they do this?
Sure, this is the best way.
I don't know. Nowadays they'd call this artsy and stylish and stuff. But I'm pretty sure they were just doing it to be weird.
Master Luke, sir, are you all right?
They were just doing it to be interesting.
Our comm links are out. We can't contact the base.
Actually, I think I know. I know the reason why they did this. It's because they didn't have the budget to film them going to an alien planet and stuff like that thing appearing. What is this? What on earth?
And hurry, R2, or we'll be deserted soon.
It's turned into the Land Before Time now. Oh, it's Boba Fett. I know him. He shot that dinosaur thing.
I'm not sure.
Wait, it's back again?
You saved my life. Thank you.
I thought he was one of the villains.
I have 2 droids. We've come in search of the ship that crashed near here.
Or did they not know who he is?
I am Boba Fett. The ship you seek is nearby.
Are the Imperial troops near this planet?
They are here, friend, and growing more powerful.
How far away?
Settle down. All they do is eat.
This is all we have, but he's welcome to it.
You are foolish to waste your kindness on this dumb creature. No lower life form is worth going hungry for, friend. I take it you have no love of the Empire.
I don't.
Well, neither do I. It will be easy to find the ship you seek. Follow
Is
me,
he not
friend.
the bad guy? I think this is a trap.
I think it might be imprudent to trust him so quickly, sir.
He's our only chance. And besides, he seems like a friend.
He's their only chance? I don't know.
Indeed. Friend is merely a term that is often misused.
Did R2 say that?
Words to that effect.
Or sounds to that effect. Is that Han Solo and Chewbacca's?
You've got the talisman.
Yes, it is.
What's wrong? No! Don't destroy it!
What?
Talisman.
Boba Fett, no! He's a friend.
What? Wait, what?
Don't hurt him.
What talisman?
What did he do to Luke?
Have they mentioned this talisman before?
Detected contamination. It must have come from the talisman. R2 says it's some kind of sleeping virus that only affects humans.
A human affecting sleeping virus.
He says the only way to keep them alive is to let the blood rush to their heads.
I know this sleeping virus the Empire uses on its enemies.
A sleeping virus that the Empire uses on its enemies. That's a very nice weapon, really, as weapons go. Most weapons do more than make you fall asleep. They make you fall asleep in a rather different sense. Maybe the Empire isn't so bad. Empires are always the bad guys and things, aren't they? There's always the good kingdoms tend to be nice and sweet and sugary, and empires are bad and they sell double glazing, as they are in this this series. Don't know why that is exactly, really, but it's true. It happens so much in stories. I guess because empires are about conquering other countries and lands and taking them over, whereas a kingdom is just keeps to itself. Except I think historically kingdoms were also all on the make to get powerful. The empires are just the ones that succeeded. They're the ones that managed to do it. The rest of them are all trying to do it as well. Oh, it's Darth Vader. Oh, and that's at the end.
What is it now?
That was the end. That's kind of weird. I guess that TV screen that little Wookiee was looking at it showed him a cartoon version of real events, which I guess they could do something like that in the Star Wars world. I'm trying to soak in what just happened. Luke Skywalker and decided to go find Han Solo and Chewbacca's ship. They crashed on a planet of yogurt. Couldn't find them. Boba Fett. Oh no, it's back to this. Yeah, he's a bounty hunter.
Their metabolisms are slowing down.
What happened? Well, it's still happening, isn't it? The cartoon's still going.
Darth Vader.
I want them alive. Now that you've gotten their trust, they may take you to their new base.
This time we'll get them all.
I see why they call you the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Oh no. What will we do now?
I have the serum. We must leave quickly, friend.
Chewbacca and Han Solo crashed there. Luke couldn't see them anywhere. What's his face? That Boba Fett showed up and tried to help them, but it turns out he's a traitor. And now he's got Chewbacca. And
I'm not sure.
There's a talisman that makes people go to sleep. Well, Han Solo's got the least flattering representation in this cartoon of all. Is he like Brock from Pokemon? His eyes never open?
Boba, you're a hero and a faithful friend.
Is that what's going on here?
What's the matter with
Luke Skywalker's eyebrows go inside of his hair. I never understand when they do that in cartoons.
That simply does not feed properly into R2's information bank.
What are you talking about?
We intercepted a message between Boba and Darth
Or at least I thought it did. Well.
Boba Fett is Darth Vader's right-hand man, and Prey has been an Imperial plot.
We'll meet again, friend.
Wait, why is he not shooting him? Why didn't he just shoot him?
Trust the droid to get to the bottom of things.
Boba sure fooled the rest.
I want maybe Han Solo's actor had something in his contract that he wasn't allowed to have his eyes open in any cartoons made of him. That might sound stupid, but that's the sort of nonsense that happens. Oh no, he opened his eye. Look at his face! Look at him!
Well, let's get off this galactic raindrop.
Yeah, galactic raindrop.
Entry 324-1, signing off.
What's that? Must be the language. I thought it was just the Jedis that said that. There's been no mention of the Force in this, except that one line. What are they going to find, huh? What on earth are they going to find? 1 hour this has been going on so far. An hour. And the one thing that would have been interesting to see, they just showed as a cartoon. What? What is it? What? What on earth is he so excited about that thing for? Oh. It's a woolly alien mammoth. Oh wait, was there nothing in it? The way the music went all big and scary for that teddy bear ripping scene, I thought that there was something in it. Was there? Was there something in it? The teddy bear?
Nothing up there.
No? So why?
Go clean up your room.
I love how everything that they do is evil. Every single thing. If it's not hating fish, if they go to a shop to buy fish, they say they hate fish. If they... just anything they do is evil. Every single thing they say is said in a intimidating way. Oh no, his toys have been scattered! How horrible!
That will keep him busy for a while.
Ho 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 ho. Oh no. Oh, I guess we were supposed to feel sad for him because his toy got destroyed. I guess, I mean, this was made for little children, wasn't it? The Star Wars fanbase hate this special. But it was made for 4-year-olds, wasn't it? Well, small children. I'm sure that they were satisfied at the time. I don't know where all the hate came from, but whatever. The children are heartbroken to see this woolly mammoth's head getting torn off. I mean, I can only assume that's why why this is such a big deal. Did you hear the sinister music that played when that guy ripped its head off? I was sure that there was going to be secret stuff inside the head. But looks like there wasn't. What are they doing? What are you doing? I can't tell what is going on because he doesn't. Because none of these furry fluffers speak. None of these yetis talk.
This product was packed under strict quality control on the system of Morphia, and this instruction cassette provided by the manufacturer.
What?
It offers a unique chance for consumers everywhere to meet
Oh, it's him.
an Amorphian
It's the salesman.
The motor abilities of Amorphian citizens are frequently impaired by malfunctions, which result in a temporary loss
I
of
don't know what Amorphians are.
This in no way reflects on the safety of our product.
No,
Rather,
of course it
confirms
wouldn't.
a guarantee of our high standard of long wear and durability.
I like how that's exactly the sort of thing that real
Selecting our brand of mini
products would say
If
about
you
themselves.
assemble it properly, following the instructions I am about to give you, it will provide many years of fun
and valuable service for you.
What on earth? Is this going to be like the cooking scene? Are they just going to show 5 minutes of him assembling this fictional device? That... What is it even... What the F is that?
First, find the sealed package containing all the tools you'll need. Ah.
I think he's supposed to be a
It
robot.
looks like this.
They actually
Try
are doing
not to
this.
Rip it open, because it makes a very handy storage case for your tools until you need them again.
Yeah, a resealable bag. It's like a YouTube poop. This was ahead of its time. I like how he's wearing tubes around his shoulders as well. A series of of garden hoses around his shoulders and his wrists.
Please be careful not to hurt yourself on the sharp edges. Ow.
That was the best joke in this. I wish they'd gone further with the repeating things. What on earth? That was creepy.
Now, find the circuit
I wish they would have him loop in mid-sentence.
And by the way, let's start calling these components by their proper names.
Oh yes, let's do that, yes. Why not? The kids will love it, won't they? The children will love that, George Lucas. I'm enjoying this, though.
Every one of the 10,000 terminals on your circuit breaker module is marked with a particular color. Beautiful, aren't they?
I'm laughing, but nobody else is going to find this funny. This is the stupidest scene.
With the corresponding colors. So, red
Yes. I don't even know what this device is. What is he doing? Why? Who thought this would be fun?
And we'll assemble our mini transmitters together. Let us work slowly or methodically, because this is a job we're doing. Well, I see time is running out, so we better turn our attention to
Man,
the
this is I just realised this is the instructions for this device. This is the equivalent of the enclosed instruction book, and it's a glitchy, broken mess.
Into any of 1,000 recognizable languages. We must remain alert for this very complicated procedure.
Endurance and concentration are the key words here.
Who made this? Who made this instruction video? Must have been made by Hotel Mario. I think that was the best thing that's happened so far. That guy. Man, who made those instructions? LJN? That instruction video must have been directed by Michael Bay. That's the joke. Alright, well that was really... I did like that, but I know that everyone else would hate that. And yeah, I don't know why they made that instruction sequence, but they did. Alright, what's happened? The stormtroopers spent half an hour... Oh, they're still there. Cry out loud, why haven't they left yet? They found nothing.
It is required viewing for all members of the Imperial forces.
Time now for life on Tatooine, brought to viewers everywhere in
Oh no, please no.
own lives may be uplifted by the comparison.
Why are they...
and enriched with the gratitude of relief.
Wait, what are they saying? Like, watch this video of these miserable people in these slums so that you'll feel better about your own life. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hang on. I've heard that song. What on earth was that? What was that thing? A demon bunny? That was really messed up. No, it's back. That's horrifying, that thing. That's legitimately scary. That's pretty frightening looking alien, if you ask me. I'm not gonna lay down with that. That alien looked scary. I'd give you nightmares. I've heard that song. Did that come from Star Wars? I didn't know that song. Or maybe they took it from something else. Maybe it's stock music. Well, we get a David Attenborough documentary, I guess, of life on this planet. Or life inside one tavern in the planet. I suppose bartenders do want their customers to drink fast, don't they? You know, in Victorian times, bartenders used to put salt in their customers' drinks to get them to drink more. So that they'd get more and more thirsty the more they drank, and they'd buy more drinks to make themselves less thirsty. Which would make them more thirsty because the salt in the drinks. You see where it goes? Eventually this got banned when the police realised what was happening. And so the bartenders instead started to buy in these special salty chips and sell them instead. So basically the exact same practice started happening, but they were just more upfront about it. And those salted chips I'm talking about turned into what we now call potato chips, or crisps, in Britain. And the bartenders continue to do that exact same thing. So essentially bartenders are still basically doing that same trick, but they're just... It's just the same trick. All the snacks they sell are salty chip things. I mean, when you think about it, why should bartenders be selling that instead of ice creams and apple pies and, you know, stuff that isn't salty chips? So they're just doing the exact same trick they always did. It's just that it's the legal alternative. So basically bartenders are just as crafty now as they ever were, They all do it, and right under your nose.
Flowers for you. I wanted to
Also, isn't that guy... I was going to say, the robot from earlier in the instruction video, it reminded me of the salesman as soon as I saw him. And this guy also reminds me of the salesman. Are they all the same actor? Also, this bartender is... This bartender is so cynical and just world-weary, so he doesn't really fit into this badly made special. What's going on here? Is this isn't part of that? Oh, he's got 6 fingers. That's a subtle joke. That was quite subtle. This isn't part of that Life in Tatooine video, is it? They've just segued from that to this little love scene between these two random characters that I've never seen in my life. Are they in the movie?
glad about that. You know, it's funny.
This special's really weird. It's just strange.
And just when he thinks it's all over,
What is this?
someone cares for him again. I wasn't looking for that when I came in here. Maybe that's why
Because even if these are characters from the movie, even if these two here are in the movie, they're not famous. All the main characters are famous. If they're in the movie, they must have been in it for 3 minutes. Mr. Volcano Head here, and that cynical bartender.
Terribly attractive, but if you're saying what I think you're saying, you felt you meant, I thought you needed to hear, then I just have one thing to say. I do.
Yeah.
Agneta, don't do this to me.
Now, please, look, I have customers. Why don't you sit down, finish your drink, have another drink. This one's on me. Now, you stay just as long as you want.
The pink plastic drink holder thing. I like that, actually. I'd get one of those. I like pink. But it really does look like it's made of cheap plastic. I was going to comment earlier as well. I noticed one of the glasses that they're holding, one of those beer glass things, had a handle on it, like a big double handle. There it is, lying there. I thought they didn't have those. These beer glasses. Man, what a sad ending that this guy's had. There's that. Oh, that was part of the movie, wasn't it? What? That was part of it? Is that an alarm siren?
We are placing a curfew on the entire Tatooine system effective immediately. All inhabitants will return to their homes at once. It will remain in effect until further notice.
Oh, that's the actual bar. Right there. That's not the movie, that's the real bar, okay. Why'd they show this bar in the movie that was meant to make them feel really good about themselves? That guy spilled his guts to the bar woman, and she rejected him. But that was legitimately quite sad, really.
One more round before you leave, and this one's on me. Torque. See what the boys on the bandstand.
They put a curfew on the entire solar system. It's impressive. They can't even get a curfew to work on one city in the real world. How do they coordinate this stuff? The wall screen. They've got real wall TVs now.
I know this sort of thing happens all the time. I'm sure it's just temporary, but... Fellas, the party is over! Dare you? You stop that! Stop talking! It's all right.
What's going on?
I'll reason.
I don't even understand what the storyline is here exactly. Why are the Empire doing all this stuff? Are they just trying to get Chewbacca because he's got a talisman that... Doesn't he get shot as well? Or shoot someone else or whatever the F it is that green thing does. Greedo.
Short memory, I thought. Short memory! Listen, do you remember the time that... I don't believe we've met.
Yeah, was it? Chewbacca had a talisman that makes people fall asleep. And he stole it from the Empire, it seems, so they want to get it back. I think that's it.
Torque, I don't want any more trouble. If you take care of the door,
I think the aliens are refusing to leave. They're all protesting. They better stop that or the double glazing salesmen are going to come in and double glaze them. Permanently. I thought she just said that when she went up to that the band. I guess she changed her mind and now she's changed it back again. Right, it's all really sad that they're only getting one more drink in the bar. What now? Oh, he's one of the bartenders?
Just one more round, friend.
Oh no.
Then homeward bound, friend.
Yeah, good rhyme. Is he a celebrity? Is he a famous singer?
Just one more song, friend. And then so long, friend.
That wasn't a rhyme, it's the same word twice! And it was also the same as one of the two words in the first rhyme. You know, this reminds me actually, I was talking about little children earlier, how this was made for children. Because Star Wars was made for children. It's just for some reason, much like My Little Pony, it's got a massive adult fan base. And it had it from early days. As far as I'm aware though, the adult fan base was the children that grew up with it, getting old enough to, you know, be nostalgic. Oh, I don't even know. It was massive at the time with the children that loved it. Those children grew up and became adult nerds that still loved it, and that's why it's massive to this day. I don't know if adults cared about this series when it came out, but either way, what I'm saying is, this thing was surely made for children. Because it was the early days of Star Wars. Episode 1 had just come out. But it's the idea of how to entertain children is to show them a bunch of boring house scenes and a bunch of song and dance numbers. And, you know, it's time that this finally got nipped in the bud. And, you know, it's time that something got said about this. Did anybody actually care about song and dance songs in movies when they were children? Because I certainly didn't. I know that the movie industry's obsessed with them. Disney movies are notorious for this. Disney's always loved having songs in their films. But just the idea that children want to see songs, long songs, I never cared. I would have done without all of the songs in all these children's movies I saw as a child. And I would have done without them here as well. That dancing act earlier with the dancers, dancing gingerbread people, I wouldn't have been entertained by that. I would have just been waiting for it to end. And get on with the story. I don't know why this is such a common idea that children want this. Because I don't think they do. I don't think I was the only one that felt that way as a child. I think it's just one of those things that it's just done because it's been done for a long time, and that's the only reason. Disney started it in the 30s, ancient days, back when music hall and that was popular, back when adults cared about musicals. They thought, oh well, children will like it too. Disney kept making their cartoon movies and packing them full of songs. And because of that contextual thing, that they did that because musicals were popular in general at the time, because they did that then, and they kept doing it, there's this idea, because Disney is the face of children's entertainment, there's this idea that children's stuff should have songs in it. Well, I'm standing against that. Children's stuff doesn't need to have songs in it. Children don't care about songs. And that is the bottom line. Children's cartoons, movies, songs are not necessary. If there's one thing I don't approve of, it's a show or series or anything that involves loads of pointless, out-of-place songs that just get in the way of the story and don't need to be there. I'm sick of it. It all needs to die. Everything like that exists should just stop being made. It makes me sick. Off they go with their last drink, the final round, and now it's all over. How sad. This would all be more emotionally impactful if we'd seen these characters before, if they'd ever done anything to deserve us caring about them. Oh, there goes Frankenstein and his daughter. That's the glass I was talking about earlier, the one she's holding. It's got a handle on it. Or maybe they do have handles. I don't drink alcohol. I don't go to pubs or bars. A big shock there. So I don't know anything about drinking culture. Oh, it's you. For crying out loud. Oh, that's the joke to end on. He's a stalker. It's really quite sad, honestly. Wait, that was part of the movie. I thought it wasn't. Okay, that was a live feed then that they were getting of that. That was them watching that film live. That was kind of strange. That was a bit. That whole thing was kind of confusing. What was real and what was real there and what was just a tourist movie.
We leave at once.
So finally, they're out of there.
Stay here.
Why leaving off my cap?
There's a male missing from this household, and I want you to be here when he returns. It's possible he's one of the rebels we're looking for.
You don't say. What's that written on the back of him? There's something written on the back of that stormtrooper. I can't tell what it says. It'll be in alien language. Oh, it's just symbols, I think. A circle and 2 lines. He's playing with that weird thing. We still don't know what it is. Yeah. You're still going to miss. What? Wait, what? Okay, that little kid's toy is a secret alliance communicator, I guess. That's what that was. It would help if they could talk and we could understand the meaning of these things. It looks like a cash register from that angle. What was he putting his arm on? Oh, there, give me that. Oh, that's what they should have done to that singing machine earlier. That's what they should have done to that screen that showed them the band earlier. What? What are you doing? Where'd you get there? Well, he got there. Well, that was kind of... Wait, was that stock scream? That was a really awkward fight. I don't even know what happened there. That was that stock scream. That's what that was.
It's okay, everybody.
Well, maybe it didn't sound so jarring back then, but it just sounds really stupid now. Oh well, all that tension just ended in an instant. All of the tension and stuff that had been building up for the entire special just ended in an extremely anticlimactic and boring way. What even happened? Is that Han? Or is it Luke? I think that's Han. Yeah, it's Han. He had a... Yeah, he doesn't look anything like he did in that cartoon. Where did they get that stupid face in the cartoon? Yeah, good life day, and yeah. What happened? He went out of this... He went out to that balcony and smacked the weapon out of that stormtrooper's hand. Then the stormtrooper just sort of stared at him gormlessly for a second, like, what am I supposed to do now? And then Han pointed towards the edge of the balcony, I think, and then the stormtrooper walked over to it, and Han pushed him off. I don't think he even did push him off, did he? He just sort of fell off. It was all very awkwardly shown. But whatever. They made it back safe and sound with the the sleeping talisman thing, or whatever the plot was. I think I just don't understand. I think I just don't follow these things well. I keep seeing shows like this and thinking that it's confusing and not well explained, but I think I just have trouble following the story and stuff like this. The children probably all understood everything that had happened in this. I didn't. The sleeping talisman... They stole a sleeping talisman from the Empire and they wanted it back. And they've... I don't know. Chewie's back home and they're all happy. Which one's which? I can't even tell. Which one's him and which one's his wife? What's going on here? What? 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 What is... Yeah, okay. It seemed a little weird for a second there. Was it just me? There was something a bit odd there. The way that his face wasn't moving. But oh, they're back. But he's okay, he's got a gun now. So it's all fine. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the double glazing second in command. Oh, it's you!
You sure know how to make a guy feel welcome. Glad you're home, Chewbacca.
I remember, I think it was the Nostalgia Critic. I remember his review of this. I think he said that that bar woman was the best character in this. I think I disagree. I think that first of all, I think the robot in that instructions video was the best character. I think the I Hate Fish guy was also pretty good. And this salesman is also...
Is there a problem? You are instructed to turn on your comlink immediately.
They can just communicate to any single house in the world, in the universe, I suppose. Where does this series even take place? Is it the whole universe? It's just one galaxy, isn't it? Because it says in that famous thing, they're in a galaxy.
Is this a report about the missing trooper?
It is, sir. Trooper B4711 was here with 3 other men. They
Sir?
left and he remained.
Isn't he the bad guy?
As soon as they had gone, he packed a lot of food from this house and he robbed me blind. Then he took off for the hills.
Very well, we'll send out a search party.
Thank you.
Wait, was he... I thought he was the villain, wasn't he? Was he the friend?
Yes, sir. Identification is very important. Helps you maintain contact with the Empire at times like this.
Yeah, unless you break down in tears when you show it to someone. They seem to have just glossed over that. I thought he was for it there. Certainly made it sound like he knew that it was hopeless, but I don't get it.
Wonderful celebration.
Or was he meant to be crying because he was old? He'd gotten older. He said he looked young in that. Because the joke really fell flat if that was the idea. But whatever. That guy, he must have been in the movies. I mean, he was too important. He was the main. He spent far more time in this than any of the actual famous main characters do. He was easily the most main character of all of them. Unless you count this family here, who never spoke a word that can be understood. Are they praying? What's going on here? Oh, they got candles, is it? Must be the Life Day celebration. This must be their tradition. What? Maybe they're Force balls. I don't know how the Force works. I know that in Star Trek there is, which also has a similar nerdy fan base. I don't know whether that was meant for children or not, though. I think that was for adults, wasn't it? I don't know. The 60s one, whatever. I know in Star Trek they've got a species called the Klingons, and they have their own language, and that actually is a real language. Well, it's not a real language, but it's not a language people speak in the real world, but it actually is it's a how do I put it? It is actually they actually created a language that you can speak in. It has words that mean things, and it's got verbs and grammar rules and stuff that you can actually use to talk. I don't know why they bothered to invent such a thing for a cheesy 1960s TV show, but apparently they did. And so these nerds know how to talk this language. What I'm getting at is I wonder if these people here, if the language they were speaking in was real as well. Is there a way to interpret those things that they were doing? Also, what's happening here? I feel like I've spent the entire special asking that question every 2 seconds, but it deserves to be asked about every single time I've asked it. What is happening? What on earth? Who are all of these? There's like 10 different people there. There's more than are in that house. Is it just going to end? No. I thought it was just going to end in that baffling note. Oh no, yeah. I guess every one of these Yeti families in the universe hold up those balls and they all teleport to this place. I guess. Oh, there's them. Are we going to actually see the main characters for more than 20 seconds?
Happy Life Day. Happy Life Day, everyone.
Yes, happy Life Day, everyone. All 30 of you, I think.
And we're certainly glad that you are alive to celebrate it.
Oh yeah, we're glad you didn't die.
Yes, Otto.
It's a great thing to say to someone.
It is indeed true that at times like this, Otto and I wish that we were more than just mechanical beings. And we're really alive, so that we could share your...
Oh brother, we're going to get a cheesy speech, aren't we? Yeah, yes, here it comes.
Chewbacca, we were so relieved
Oh, is it
you were
not?
all right.
I was... Come on, the heroes have got to counter that dreary thing he just said.
I'm glad I could be.
You really are alive. With the
This
Life
holiday
Day
is
spirit.
yours. But we all
No?
share with you the hope that this day brings us closer to freedom and to harmony and to peace. No matter how different we appear, we're all the same in our struggle against the powers of evil and darkness. I hope that this day will always be a day of joy in which we can reconfirm our dedication and our courage, and more than anything else, our love for one another. This is the promise of the Tree of Life.
The Tree of Life. Don't explain that or anything. Oh, brother. Didn't think we were going to get another song. I was totally expecting when whatever one of the robots that was that said, "No, I'm just a robot. Too bad I'm not alive." And then suddenly she started talking. I was totally expecting her to say a cheesy speech. "You are alive. They're just like us. Yeah, as long as you have the heart." You know, but it didn't happen. They just set up for that and it didn't happen. Instead, we get this plonker here singing a cheesy song after she's been in this... Her and all of the other main characters that the viewers actually cared about, who have collectively spent about maybe 3 minutes on screen in this 1 hour and a half special. Which was otherwise made up almost entirely of a family that can't talk. A salesman, a fish salesman, who, well, could talk, and a bunch of generic evil people that hate fish. That was pretty much the special. A random cartoon in the middle of it, a bartender with an attempt at a sad scene later on, and those various musical song and dance numbers that permeated this whole thing as well. But what have I got to say about it? Well, I know this figure's considered the abomination. It's certainly not that bad. Whatever anyone will tell you, it's not that bad. It was a one-off Christmas TV special based on a hit movie at the time. It really could have been a lot worse. It obviously had no budget. It's just underwhelming is all it is. Wait, what was that? Is that from the movie? Because it certainly didn't happen in this. Oh, look, there's something else that didn't happen in this. That must have been taken from the movie. Wait, who's that? Who's that in the middle? I don't know who that was. Oh, it's just stock clips from the film now. Yeah, that was, that whole thing... was certainly forgettable, but it was certainly not terrible. It was just bland, that's all. It was just a throwaway little thing. I could sort of understand if this thing got hyped up for half a year with the same level of hype as what's it called? Waterworld or something like that. The famous 90s movie that flopped. If this thing was If the children were all psyched up to see this as if it was going to be the most amazing thing ever made, then I can understand all the disappointment. But if that didn't happen, then it's just a Christmas. It's just a pretty average Christmas special where nothing exciting happens, really. I'm sure there's thousands of other things that are no better than this. It's just because it's based on such a famous property that everyone thinks it's horrible. That's what I say. I mean, well, actually, maybe I know the reason why everyone hates this. It's because Jar Jar doesn't show up. He wasn't in this at all. I was expecting him at any second, but he never appeared. I don't know why. Episode 1 was the height of his popularity. And that was the only film that had come out when this was made, like I said. So there's no excuse for not having him in it. But oh well, they dropped that ball. Maybe that is the single reason why everyone hates this so much. That's pretty believable to me. I'm going to assume that's the case. And that is the note we're going to close on here. I like how the credits there had 3 characters named. And it was all the characters that never spoke. It didn't even feel the need to name anybody else. And there we are, that's the end. Written... 5 writers for this. Did you see that? 5 writers. 5 writers. They don't even get that many for things these days. And these are the days when there's a billion people working on things. 5 writers for this. Sharkey Phillips, Ellie Purritz, Englehart, blah blah blah. I'm just reading names. Zilgit. I can't help reading the names when they're this daft. But yeah, I'm done with the stupid names. I'll probably have to mute this section because the theme tune's copyrighted, isn't it? It's one of those things that's really, really copyrighted. It's super copyrighted. Like the Happy Birthday song. If you play 5 seconds of this on the internet, you'll get sued by O.J. Simpson super lawyers. I like how that company's not changed its name. 20th Century Fox. They haven't changed that name in the 21st century. They don't think there's anything silly about that. The end. Merry Life Day. But the festivities aren't quite over yet, because those 1977 Star Wars commercials that I've been peppering across this video, punctuating the holiday special, much like the music and songs punctuated this already deeply punctured broadcast. A punctuated equilibrium is about to be restored, because I figured I'd say some things about those commercials now at the end of this video. Well, you've got some more to see, because they made, according to YouTube, they made 15 minutes worth of Star Wars toy commercials in 1977 and 1978. Which, if each commercial was half a minute long, then that's 30 commercials for 2 years of this franchise existing, which is pretty crazy. Sounds pretty ridiculous, but I was noticing, looking at these, that I've ranted before about advertising where they make toys look ridiculously overexciting. They have the kids playing with them in environments that no human being on Earth would be able to get access to unless their uncle works for the FBI in Area 51, and they've got fast, dynamic, exciting camera angles and stuff. But not these 1970s schlockfest adverts for these chintzy toys. I remember being introduced to these adverts. I remember seeing these adverts when I was a teenager, 13 or so. On the internet, I found them on some website, and I remember looking at them and thinking, man, this is really... I remember looking at these things they invented, and I was thinking, man, they really just tried to merchandise every single thing they possibly could. And I looked at it and felt that it was all deeply tacky and commercial and stuff. My deep-seated loathing for advertising started at a very early age. But anyway... But looking at these again, there's one thing I do appreciate about these adverts, is that they show the toys very realistically. All of these adverts show the kid playing with the thing in their house, or the back garden with some friends maybe, or just alone, just controlling the thing. The camera isn't all ridiculously swervy and zoomy and swooshy. There's no fancy lights and glittery effects and stuff and sounds that you wouldn't get in reality. They're really a very realistic portrayal of the toy being played with, which I appreciate. That's something that it seems they did back then, and they've stopped doing that now. I would prefer, as much as I'd rather advertising didn't exist at all, I would prefer that it went back to this, if they're going to have it. Honest adverts. Honestly portraying the product, largely as it will be played with. No deception or psychological manipulation here. Well, I mean, there is. It's still trying to excite you about the product, but at least it's portraying it in an honest way, which they just don't bother doing anymore. At some point, advertising moved from its original purpose, which was just to make people aware of the existence of something they might like. And that's where advertising came from, right? Back in the stupid olden days when they had harems, back before the internet and television and stuff. The origins of advertising were when some product was invented, some invention that some invention, like spectacles, or something basic like that people would really want to have if they knew they existed. Advertising was made so that people would find out they existed. The billboard would be put up in the town square or wherever saying, hey, you Berks, you can buy stuff to make you see better now. Go find this person, he'll give you spectacles. It had a purpose, a function. It was letting people know that something existed that they would want to have. But at some point that has gradually and steadily, inexorably it seems, moved towards a very more sordid purpose, which is to try and make people want things that they don't want. Modern advertising, pretty much to my eyes, is characterised by trying to force your brain to want something that it didn't want before it knew it existed, and it probably wouldn't have wanted after it knew it existed, unless the thing had been presented to them in the really over-the-top, bombastic, unrealistic way that it was presented in. I don't like advertising. I don't like how companies like Coca-Cola feel the need to continue to make advertisements to make a world aware of a product that there's nobody in the English-speaking world that is not aware of the product. There's no earthly way that an average person can get through their life nowadays, in the West at least, without being aware of the existence of Coca-Cola. We don't need Santa Claus to tell us that it exists every Christmas time. It's all just a big load of nonsense as far as I'm concerned now. Whatever business justifications, whatever philosophical business justifications there are for advertising being the way it is, I disbelieve in all of them, quite bluntly, and I'd rather that we all went back to 1970s Leave It to Beaver Star Wars commercials. And then further than that, we just go back to having adverts just tell you stuff that you might want to know, without a sinister corporate agenda behind it. So good for the cheesy 1970s Star Wars adverts for at least going some way to being nice. You pull the action lever, John Proctor hangs! And I don't doubt for 1 minute that those old Victorian adverts and stuff, that those old adverts were probably pretty bad for trying to entice you to buy stuff as well. But things have gotten worse and worse, it seems to my eyes. The human race's growing obsession with the idea that you need to have objects to be a real person is getting more and more creepy to me. As someone that has never felt the need to have objects, and commercials and stuff are just getting more and more in your face and manipulative and exploitative about it now. I don't see what's so special about objects. I don't see why the industry that makes them and gives them to people needs to keep being around. They could take all the people that work in the factories that make Jar Jar Binks action figures and take all of them, and then instead of having them make Jar Jar Binks action figures and getting people to buy Jar Jar Binks action figures, all those factory workers could just get paid money to live by the thing that would have made the money go around if that economy of Jar Jar Binks action figures selling and purchasing had existed, which it doesn't. But if it doesn't exist, then why is all the stuff that involves that not just happen to the people that it would have happened to if they'd done that? I don't see why that can't happen. And if that didn't make any sense, then you're obviously just not intelligent enough to be part of this conversation, bucko. Get back to your Jar Jar Binks Treasure Island playset. Goodness knows how many versions of Jar Jar Binks toys they've got now. He's the breakout character after all. Jar Jar Binks this, Jar Jar Binks the other, Jar Jar Binks here, a Binks there, a Binks everywhere, a Binks Binks. Old Jar Jar Binks had an alien colony. Jar Jar Binks. What kind of name is that anyway? Jar Jar Binks. Who came up with that stupid name? Jar Jar Binks. Binks. Oh dear. Well, I shouldn't insult Jar Jar Binks, or I'll have the entire Star Wars fanbase screaming at me. In fact, I'd better just stop now before the flame war starts. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to insult your. I didn't mean to insult your favourite character.